Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ. And today we are going to be starting off with some repairs. I got a message from Virank on the Discord saying that he was dealing with a thing. He'll be here in a little bit. He also mentioned that in the chat before I went live. So I guess we will see him when we see him. Hopefully it's not too long. Let me Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So yeah, we had just finished a battle where we were trying to harass a superior force. Oh, this is new. Um, this might be related to something that I saw when I was checking out the state of the save file earlier. I saw over here there is a hostile force detected. And yes, I hadn't noticed it in the briefing room until now, but yes, that is the same battle. Low atmo escort allied dropship. Um, I don't know if that's a battle I necessarily want to partake in because it is going to put our dropship at risk, or it would put our dropship at risk. Chrissy Griffin and our Leopard. Which is not that heavily armored or armed, and we would be going up against, oh my goodness. No, we are definitely scrapping this. Yeah. Okay. Well, that takes care of that. I had thought that that was a mech force, and I was wondering what they were doing and where they were going, but I guess that answers that question. So we are going to be doing some repairs, and then we're going to start exploring. I don't know if we're going to go here, and then maybe here? I don't know. We will see. Probably here is a good spot. It just leaves 0804. And then we can go from there to 406. That leaves 305 and 205, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. We should be able to knock this out before the end of the contract, which is in another 22 days. So, we do have four more enemy forces, or three more enemy forces to take care of in the next 22 days. So yeah, we had just finished a harass mission that we pinchered the enemies and destroyed like 85 or 87% of the enemy forces, or something like that. So yeah, it was mainly just repairs that we had pending. Yeah, Srudin. Yeah, Srudin is not a specialist of any kind yet. So yeah, Srudin with 5 XP, I think, is going to be... No, yeah, Srudin is a clan tech specialist. So, Ratnabala... Ratnabala is not a specialist of any kind. So she is going to be doing ammo. That's going to be an LBX shot and an LBX cluster shot. Two shots needed of 260 for the LRM-20, 4 shots of 400, 2 shots of 280, not bad. Those obviously doesn't need any ammo. The gyro, I actually had plans for Ben to take care of that. It'll take him a couple of days. But he can do it on a 4. And that was a lucky crit if I ever saw one. Okay, so that was Ratnabala. Yes, Ratnabala doing ammo. So we've got 5 shots and 12 shots needed. Banshee needs some LBX ammo, so we need some LBX ammo, maybe a 5 tons or so of that. Warehouse. LB 10x AC ammo. Yeah, we're gonna buy 5, 6, 7 tons of that. That'll bring us up to 150 shots. Black Knight is an energy boat. The Black Knight needs its left leg put on. I was thinking we could have a veteran do that. Ben and Edinburgh are both tied up, but we can have. Wait, no, that was not going to be a veteran. That was Who is that going to wait for? Of our elite techs, Edinburgh, we've got Loney and Fred should be available tomorrow, I think. Loney and Fred. Loney is working on a refit. Fred Modry is working on the awesome. Okay, well, we're not going to have an elite tech available other than Elena. Elena, who only gets 120 minutes a day. Yeah, Elena only gets 120 minutes a day. Penny gets more than. That would take her a very long time to put that left leg on, so we are not going to do that just yet. Back to Ratnabala for the ammo. Yeah, 7 shots of LRM-10 ammo and 6 shots of Gauss rifle ammo. Man War's an energy boat. The Manticore is salvaged. The Highlander is waiting on its leg. The Victor is waiting on its cockpit, and I'm thinking we can have a veteran do the cockpit. Alexandru seems like a good choice. He can do that in 2 days. The armor, we can have Elena do that. Let's see. The awesome is still waiting on its head and center torso as well. Let's see. So now we can get into the armor. Have Elena start on that. That's 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes. Daniel? No. Elena? Oh, Elena's an armor specialist. That's why. Monroe. 105 minutes. How about Kazuko instead? She can do that today. The Atlas will have Elena do the center torso 1 point. Yeah, do that. We'll do that. That leaves us with Zuko can do. Oh, we are running low on armor. We're down to 500 points. Daniel Apti can do that. Warehouse armor standard. We've got 475 points in stock and 800 points in transit. Let's go ahead and buy another 800 points. Okay, Halser's Ride has barely any damage to speak of, so we'll have Kazuko do that. Daniel Apti do that, I suppose. Clint is a work in progress. The Stalker just has some armor damage. Daniel Apti can do a 7 and a 5. And Monroe can do the rest of these. Banshee, also Monroe. We can knock those out on 5s. Oh, we gained an XP, nice. Lower arm actuator, we can have, I guess, Shasa do that real quick. Black Knight is going to be a work in progress for a minute. The Grizzly, that is Clan Tech, so we need Denise. Where's Denise? Okay, so Denise can do the armor there on 4s. $60. Okay. The Man of War also clan tech, so we need Denise. And she'll do that and that. 20, 70, 65. And we'll get started on the left leg. Or no, we can have someone else do the left leg. Just needs to be a veteran. How about Anacito? Anacito is not a specialist of any kind, so yeah, we can waste her time. Denise. I guess get started on the left arm armor. Let's see, the Highlander is waiting on its leg. The Victor is a work in progress. The Awesome is a work in progress. Now we can get started on the salvage. Okay, the Manticore is a work in progress. The Vedette, same. The Drillson needs some armor taken care of. And the sensors will have Antonio get started on those. It might take him a little while, but that's okay. We've got a bunch of tanks that need to be worked on, so it's going to be work in progress for a little while. Let's see. Maria Teresier can salvage some stabilizers. Frenchier can salvage a stabilizer. Machine gun, machine gun, machine gun. Green text can salvage the ammo bin. Pascal can salvage the engine in a day and a half. CRT can salvage the sensors in a day and a half, give or take. The Maxim, we've got Doodles doing the armor. Ryan can knock out a couple stabilizers. Frontier can take out a stabilizer. Septi. Ooh. Septi can salvage the engine and still have time left over for or something to do tomorrow. Let's see. Machine guns, we can have some green text take out some LRM5s and some machine guns. I don't care if they break them. Amelia. Let's see, we'll have Doodles take out the rest of the armor real quick. No. Have Hanlon do one of those, and we'll have Doodles keep doing the armor. Let's see, that's 60 minutes, that's 72 minutes. That works. Okay. So, that is, I think, left leg. No one can put that on better than a 6. And Edinburgh are both busy. Have to wait for another elite. Whoever it is becomes available first, I guess. The Man of War, we can have. MekHQ do. B is. Oh, B is an armor specialist, that's why. MekHQ. Or somebody. How about Jamel? Yeah. Oh, Jamel is also an armor specialist. Okay, well. We can get started on that. Okay. So that is everything but the Clint, the Black Knight, Man of War is a work in progress. The Clint, the Black Knight, and the Man of War. The Black Knight, Man of War, and the Clint. So we've got Galatea lands, but no backup. These listed as battalion, not lances. That's weird. And this is listed as a regiment. I'd prefer it be listed as a battalion. Okay, lances. I guess that's kind of a lance. It's also kind of a lance. That's maybe more of a company. Okay. I guess it is what it is. In the meantime, we can't do any more repairs, and I don't want to take the chance of going exploring without any backup. So we are going to advance one day. Okay, maintenance on the Marauder, quality remains A, and it looks like, oh, we lost some on the medium pulse laser because it is clan tech, and the high gravity is making an effect. Okay, so, 15 tons of armor has arrived, we're still working on the gyro for the Clint, the Man of War is getting fixed up, the Manticore is getting salvaged. We got the right leg on the Highlander, needed a 5, got a 9. The center torso on the Awesome, needed a 4, got a 5. Head on the Awesome, needed a 5, got an 8, got an XP. Way to go, Penny. Sitting at 16 XP now. Alexander Sargent replaced the cockpit on the Victor. Salvaged the sensors off the Vedette. Salvaged the SRM2 off the Drolson. Bunch of stuff being taken off a bunch of tanks. Grasshopper's going to be a while, the Cronus is going to be even longer, the Marauder is going to be 10,000 minutes, and that's closest we are to done. The Vedette has been removed, the APC has been removed, Giovanna attempts to find tandem charge ammo and cannot, because it's not available, because we are in the middle of a contract where we're in the boonies. Okay, the Clint will be ready in another couple of days. The Black Knight still needs its leg put on. We can have Fred Modry start on that on a 5. It'll take him 4 days. Take Elena 8 days, and she's not any better. So yeah, we'll get started on that. The Highlander. We can have a veteran. How about Denise? No, Denise is a clan specialist. Jamel is an armor specialist. He can do halftime on that, 95 minutes. That brings him to 285. The heat sinks, we can have, yeah, certain knock those out. Or we can have Shoyab do 1, because that takes him off the list, and we'll have, Shada's not a specialist of any kind yet, so yeah, she can do the other. You can also do some actuators. Oh, gain the XP. Dolphar, also not a specialist, so he can do one of those as well. Well, he can try. Ethan can try that one. And Ethan gains an XP. I guess he learned from Dolphicar's mistakes. Okay, so the Black Knight's a work in progress. The Manticore, the Awesome. Awesome needs a cockpit put in. We can have a veteran do that in 2 days. Times 3. So we'll have Anacito. Yeah, Anacito will do that. Let's see, the small laser. On a 6, sure. And the armor will have sure, we'll have Alexandru do that. That leaves him with 15 minutes. The Drolson's a work in progress. The Maxim. Have Pascal do a stabilizer. We can have Amelia do a stabilizer. Have Ayana take out an SRM2. Maria Teresier will take out a machine gun. Machine gun and machine gun. SRM6. And ammo bin. Oh, he's seeking ammo. Nice. LRM5 he's seeking. Now, hold on. LRM10 he's seeking ammo, 65 shots. Interesting. LRM15 heat seeking 42 shots. LRM20 heat seeking 34 shots. LRM5 heat seeking 130 shots. Okay, well, that is very interesting. We will have to consider when and where to use those. Sure. Rite will do that in 3 days. Anna will do that in 3 days. Doodle still has time for armor. Today we'll pull out the large laser. Hanlon. And start on this machine gun ammo bin. Septi. Get started on a stabilizer maybe. Philip can get started on a stabilizer. Doodle still has time for armor. We do still have armor over here. That'll be 54 minutes. That'll be 54 minutes. 45 minutes. 72 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay, so the Clint, the Black Knight, and the Man of War are still... Well, the Man of War is ready for combat. The Black Knight is missing a leg, but that'll be another 3 days. The Clint is missing its gyro, that'll be a couple days. But the Man of War is ready to go. And that means... Conga Lance is ready to go. Which means Galatea is ready to go scouting. And I think... I'm gonna go here. And we find a hostile orbital defense. Prevents allied aerospace unit operation on this track and supplies an additional hostile mech to ground scenarios. Okay. This is not one of our objectives. It is, however, going to be an issue. Orbital defense. Terrain is town cold. Primary forces committed. Return date is tomorrow. Okay, so Galatea Lance, which is worth 11.3, against 11.7 worth of primary op 4 plus some sniper and flak and laser turrets. We've got an assassin, a grasshopper, a crusader, a thunderbolt. Oh, speaking of the op 4, there is one change that I made this week that I think is going to actually have pretty major consequences. I believe it was on campaign options. Yes, our ratios here were 1, 2, and 3. I changed that to 1, 2, and 2. That does mean that we're going to see fewer lances that are just pure vehicles and more lances that are mixed and purely mechs. We're going to be seeing about 66% as many pure vehicle lances as we used to. A little bit more percentage than that because we're looking at 2 out of 5 instead of 3 out of 6. So 40 versus 6. Yeah, okay, so it just occurred to me to mention that because we are seeing an assassin, a grasshopper, crusader, and a thunderbolt. That is a purely mech lance. We've got a skulker, a maximum vedette, and a hetzer. That's a tank lance. Galleon vedette, vedette. Wasp panther, wasp griffin, and a foot platoon. Okay, well, I know what Virenk would say as far as what to do with Tonga lands. Not taking a call from Delaware while I'm trying to stream. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll commit Tonga lands. And we'll see how that affected. Okay, 2d6 plus 1, we get an 11. Reinforcement attempt succeeded. Good deal. Now, it does say that we don't have support points, we don't have victory points. By my count, we should have at least one support point based on the fact that we did control this Allied Industrial Center on Monday. So that should have given us a support point at the beginning of the week. It didn't. I'm not sure why. But we will be... we'll have reinforcements regardless. So we've got Galatea Lance, commanded by... I guess that's Tentacle Shogun. Tentacle Shogun, does he have more than one tactics, more than one strategy? Alan Davi. Oh yeah, Alan Davi is waiting for his internal bleeding to get healed. Wait, wasn't he down to 11 days already? Am I thinking of Zero Chew? Trained foot for 7 days. I just sworn he was at 11 days. I don't know. Tentacle Shogun, yeah, one strategy, one leadership. So we get one reroll, we get a bonus of 1 entering the combat, and we get a bonus of 1 on our tactics, on our initiative. Tonga Lance, meanwhile, commanded by Fred Jones, is going to be arriving 2 turns early. But since he's not the lead lance, his tactics is not going to help him as far as initiative. Yeah, I think we are about ready to start the game after half an hour of streaming already. Okay, so we've got 1 reroll. Oh. The roofer wants a lot of your money. I'm sure they do. We had a new roof put on this house when we moved in, and it was also a lot of money. Okay, so Poser's Ride, speed 3 plus 2 strategy should be coming in on round 7. Deployment Zone Edge, that's interesting. Okay. The Stalker, also speed 3. Deploying on round 7. The Grizzly, speed 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 from 12 is 5. And the Manowar, which is a speed 6 plus 2 is 8, will be deploying on round 4, which is frankly amazing. So yeah, sorry, Frank. You didn't miss much. We just did some repairs. Oh, yeah, Texas weather indeed. I would not want to go any longer than I had to without a roof. The air conditioning is too expensive and too precious. But yeah, in the repair bay, we did fix a bunch of stuff. We salvaged a bunch of stuff. We spent a lot of our text time doing stuff. I know that was super descriptive and really helpful. Let's see, the Warhammer has auto eject, I suppose. The Archer has auto eject because it doesn't have case. The Grizzly has auto eject, I guess. The Cestus has auto eject. Manowar also has auto eject because it doesn't have it. Okay, so let's go to compact display. Light sniper turret has 2 autocannon 2s. Light laser turret has 2 mediums and 2 smalls. Flak turret has LV2Xs. LV2Xs. Basic assassin. 72 armor and not a bunch of weapons. A Wasp A, a Wasp K. A Griffin 1N with its PPC, and that is a 4-5 pilot. They only have 1, 2, 3, 4 pilots better than 4-5, it looks like. Yeah, Panther, the Crusader in a 4-6, the Grasshopper with a 4-6. Yeah, I don't see this being a big challenge. Let's check out the map that we're gonna be on. Okay, so it's still tundra looking. It's ice and snow, some woods. Not a lot in the way of centralized buildings, which is good because it means their turrets won't all be blocking each other's view. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. All right. So after 3 roll-offs, we finally lost the initiative. Even with our bonus of 1, we rolled a 7, a 10, and a 9, same as them, and then we got a 7 to their 8. Artillery. What artillery? Oh, hey, little Willy. Yeah, you're more than welcome to lurk. If you feel like you have anything you'd like to add to the chat, feel free, but until then, I'll just know that you're there. Whoa. Sorry, OPS just disappeared. I guess because I was down here. Okay, that's weird. You guys are seeing this, right? By how much? I can't check to see what you guys are seeing right now because, like I said, OPS disappears when I do that. Kylania, hey, how's it going? Or is it Kylania? How's it going? Glad you could join us. We were just getting started on this battle where we are going to absolutely steamroller them because we're bringing 2 lances and they're only bringing 3. But their 3 are not equal to our 2, not by a long shot. They do have some turrets. We're going to be deploying in the north, looks like. Okay, so We don't know where any of them are yet, but we do suspect the turrets are going to be deploying in the center. Speaking of which, where are the rest of them deploying? Briefing room, they're deploying in the center and in the center. Okay, so yeah, just as I suspected. We could... We could do a thing where we come down one of these flanks. Or we could just come straight up the center. There's plenty of cover. Yeah, Wyvern. No, Wyvern's gonna go last. We'll have Scarponi. And not a lot of clear avenues of approach. We'll have Scarponi move forward from here. Oh, is there limited visibility? That could be a problem. What is the weather? Moderate gale and sleet. No, we'll go ahead and leave it as is. I think it would be advantageous, but it would also be more of a pain than it's worth. So yeah, we'll go ahead and deploy there. We don't have any sensor returns yet. We'll have the Marauder deploy here. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, or is it gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, something like that? I don't know. Yeah, that works. Wyvern and the Archer will deploy behind Scarponi, and the Cestus will deploy behind Tentacle Shogun. Alright, units deploying on the edge at round 4. Yeah, all of our guys are going to be deploying on the edge. We're at 100%, they're at 100%. We still have no sensor returns. Wyvern will advance at a run. Still nothing. Scarponi will advance at a... yeah. Hold on. Go to mag scan, and we'll move. Wyvern. No, no. Wyvern will also switch to mag scan because I believe it has better range. Let's see. Marauder will run forward and then we'll jump into those woods next turn. Oh, I forgot to change his radar as well. And the Cestus also mag scan, also running forward. Alright, no checks in the movement phase. We do have some sensor return. So we've got a building, not a building, and a building. So we've got maybe one target coming towards us. With a little luck, they've got us on their sensors and they'll be advancing in our direction as well. But in the meantime, we don't have anyone that we can shoot at. Howdy, he says. Hey, tell, you're not also in Texas, are you? Is this turning into a Texas-only stream? Or not only, but primarily, I guess. No rolls in the weapons attack phase, nothing in the physical attacks phase. And we are losing 1 heat per turn to the weather, except for the Cestus, I suppose, which didn't for some reason. Alright, we have 1 initiative going into round 2. Southern gentleman, just born on the wrong side of the Mason-Dixon. Okay, well. I would never presume to call myself a Southern gentleman, but I'm definitely a Southerner. Well, at least geographically, I mean. Ideologically, maybe not, but let's not go there. Yep. So, Wyvern is advancing at a run. Only been in Texas about 10 years. Oh. Won't let you claim it. I mean, I'll admit a lot of Texans take a lot of pride in the fact that they were born and raised Texan. I'm not gonna gatekeep the term, but I don't want to say I agree with him, but I can at least comprehend the I can at least understand where he's coming from. Oh, the Cestus doesn't have jump jets. We're gonna have to go here then. Okay, so we've got a Galleon and a Thunderbolt. We've got a couple more sensor returns on the way up our left flank. Alright, Wyvern. With the SRMs, not in range yet. So you will skip. Let's see, the Cestus, I don't think has anyone in view yet. Oh no, we've got the Thunderbolt on 9s. The Gauss rifle is stabilized, that's lovely. Quirks for the win. Yes, a 9 and a 10 and a 12. Yes, indeed, yes. Scarponi with his PPCs on 7s, and those are the inner sphere PPCs. So we're not worried about, we're not trying to get a head cap just yet, but we would love to knock him down. Instead of a PPC on a 7, we could do 2 ER mediums on 7s. A pair of 11s just to be heat neutral. Or do we do the 2 PPCs on 7s? The PPC and both mediums would have to hit to trigger the PSR, or both PPCs. Odds of hitting 2 out of 2 is better than the odds of hitting 3 out of 3. Even with the extra medium lasers thrown in, yeah, we'll do just the PPCs. As long as Hoser's not firing. No, not yet. Speaking of which, when Hoser does enter the battlefield, is he going to be coming in on their flank? Why is the Thunderbolt eliminating that building? Trying to collapse the building, and he's firing pretty much everything. The large laser, the medium laser, the SRMs, and the LRMs. Because he didn't feel like he could hit Scarponi or something? I don't know. Tactical Shogun has the Thunderbolt on 7s as well with the ER large. 9s with the ER mediums. You know what? We'll skip the ER mediums. I'll do the medium pulses on this. That'll leave us underheat instead of overheat. And they might do more damage. Or no. Medium pulses do 6, ERs do 7? Or are they both? I forget. Okay, the Cestus on a 9 hits the Thunderbolt in the right arm, which that is laser arm. That is his laser arm. Okay, so his right arm is down to 5 armor. Missed with the ER large and the large. The Thunderbolt lands both PPCs on it with an 8 and an 11 to the left leg and center torso, both down to 20 and 19. The Thunderbolt shooting at the building. Missed with the SRMs, hit with pretty much everything else, except for 6 of the LRMs. Tentacle Shogun missed with the ER large, missed with both medium pulses. The Thunderbolt took 20 plus, needs a 6, gets a 4. Falls on his rear, takes 7 to the center torso rear. Needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. So he's got 4 armor left on that center torso rear. We might be able to take advantage of that, or we might just have to wear him down the hard way. Thunderbolt is up to 3 heat. Everyone else is running cool. Going into round 3. We do have the Gargoyle coming in next turn, but in the meantime, we've lost initiative. We are going first. Let's start with Tentacle Shogun. We can get partial cover from that sensor return and anything over here, but not from anything in this kind of area. That said, 6 hexes is the fastest we can move, and we're mostly short-range weapons, so we'll do that. Wyvern also advancing 6 hexes. Probably be taking out the Galleon if he can. Scarponi moves 7 hexes with a speed of 8. He can pick up a couple more sensor returns. Mainly he can get within medium laser range of the Thunderbolt, which hasn't moved yet, but still has to get up. So even if he sprints, he's only going 6 hexes if he gets up on his first try. That would require, what, a roll of like a 7? Yeah, if he's sprinting, he would need a 7 to get up. So that's not even guaranteed. Or do we hang back? Get the Cestus first. Cestus can run 5 hexes. Okay, so the Thunderbolt has moved. Thunderbolt is not that badly damaged yet. Let's avoid rushing in for the time being. How about we go there? We've got partial cover from the Thunderbolt. 2, 4, and 5. No. 2, 4. Is that ice? Oh, that's ice. That's why. Can we still get eyes on the Thunderbolt from here? Hope so, even though he's not highlighted. The Galleon disappeared. The Assassin has appeared. Thunderbolt needed a 5, got a 6. He wasn't sprinting, so he couldn't have gone more than 4 hexes. Oh wait, we know that. We know where he went. Let's start with the Cestus, I think. Oh, the Cestus has a Crusader on him. We've got the Crusader on a 6 with the Gauss rifle and 7 with the ER large. fire the medium laser on a 9 to put us 5 heat over. Hold off on that. Tentacle Shogun, meanwhile, will also be firing on the Crusader. I think he's got him on a 6. We'll skip the pair of 8s. We'll do a pair of 6s. We'll do 1 8 and a pair of 6s. Alright, so 6, 8, skip, 6, 6. 3 heat, 2 heat over, works for me. The SRM's on 11s because of the gale, because of the sleet, and because they're long range. Okay, so yeah, no SRMs yet. Let's see. Scarponi at the Thunderbolt. We've got him on 6s, so that'll be both PPCs. And I think 1 ER medium puts us 3 heat over. Wyvern taking fire from the Assassin. The Assassin, I've got him on 11s. The Wasp is on 13s. The Thunderbolt is on 10s. Not great. We do have some tandem charge ammo though. Let's wait on that. 10s. Go heat neutral on 10s at the Thunderbolt and see what we can land. We might be able to get a lucky crit or something. Okay, the Cestus hits the Gauss Rifle. Hits the Crusader with the Gauss Rifle in the left arm for 15, down to 5. ER large laser to the left torso for 10, down to 14. Large laser to the right leg, down to 13. Light sniper turret hits Tentacle Shogun in the left torso with a glancing blow for 1, down to 24. The Marauder at the Crusader hits him in the right arm with a medium pulse for 7, down to 13. Okay, so the clan medium pulse does do 7, same as the ER medium. Scarponi missed with his first PPC at the Thunderbolt, landed the second PPC, gets him in the left torso critical for no effects, down to 14 armor. And missed with the laser. Tentacle Shogun takes a random point of damage to the chest, down to 34 points of armor. The Assassin misses Wyvern on a 10. Wyvern on 10s lands 3 SRMs on the Thunderbolt's right leg and right torso. 2 more to the right leg and right torso. And the Thunderbolt lands a large laser hit on Scarponi's left leg. Would have been the head, costs him an edge, leaves his left leg with 22 armor. Crusader misses Tentacle Shogun on a 10 and an 11 with the LRM 15. Why are they? Oh, indirect fire? Wait, why is one of them indirect and the other one is not? That makes no sense. Unless there's a obscure rule that I'm not familiar with that says if he's not in your arc, you can fire indirectly at him. But I don't... That's weird. Of course, he would have missed anyway, either way. So the Thunderbolt needs a 6, gets a 7. The Crusader needs an 8, gets an 8. They both are not great pilots. Physical attacks, we will skip the Warhammer. We will skip the Tentacle Shogun. Thunderbolt is holding at 3 heat. The Crusader is up to 1. Scarponi is up to 3. Tentacle Shogun is up to 2. The Cestus is up to 2. We are at 99.8%. They're at 97.4%. We have 1 initiative. We've got a unit deploying this round. Where do we want to put the Man-O-War? We want to come in on the flank. They come up this way and come in behind them. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Oh, that is a lot more sensor returns. That could be a problem if they start heading this way. Alright, the Cestus. No. Oh, the Hetzer. The Hetzer with the autocannon 20. With flak tracer and standard rounds. Scarponi. Going to move here and try to stay behind this building. Wait, how high is this building? Oh, that's a height 2 building. That's not partial cover. Okay, so we'll stay behind this building. Wyvern would like to wait. Tentacle Shogun. And all of my guys would like to wait. It's a shame that we missed, we lost the initiative. Okay, so we've got a Panther and a Sensor Return over here. We can catch them both at 6 hexes. It's good for them, it's also good for us. There's woods between us. Tentacle Shogun. We back up 3 hexes and try to take out this Crusader this turn or something. Oh, where did the Crusader go? Can we go here? We could go there. That's a height 2 building. It gives us the light sniper turret and a galleon that hasn't moved yet. Or I suspect the Crusader moved into either this hex or this hex. We can go here and eliminate both of them. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, just as I thought. We're not quite in his rear arc, though. Wyvern. What kind of check are we looking at? Oh. Oh, we needed a 2, I guess, twice, which we succeeded with a pair of 3s. I was expecting a pop-up saying, hey, you need to roll this to succeed. I'm glad we didn't need 4s. The Hetzer, reckless driving on pavement, also needed a 3, also got a 3. Okay, so let's start with the Cestus. Cestus will be firing on the Crusader's left side. He's got him on 5s and 6s. Skip the ER large. See what that does. That gives us 5 heat on. There's no point in firing the ER large. No, wait, the ER large does more damage than the large. Because it's clan tech. So yeah, we will be doing the Gauss, the ER large. Skip the large. Will be 1 heat under, which is better. Tentacle Shogun has eyes on, I guess, the light sniper turret, or not? No, he does. It is in a construction factor 46 building, so we could take it down. Or we've got eyes on the assassin. We've got him on 9s. Yeah, we'll take a shot at the assassin. More 9s. We'll go 3 heat over to take an extra shot at the assassin. Let's see, Scarponi is definitely going to be aiming at the Hetzer. We've got him on 7s. No, in this case, I do want the the ER mediums over the PPC because more hits is more crits. We'll go 2 heat over with a pair of 11s. Wyvern on the assassin on 7s, or the wasp on 7s. We can try to kick the assassin. He is moderately evasive with a TMM of 3. Same with the wasp. SRMs are going to do more damage to the wasp, so we're going to try to take him out. We'll go 3 heat over and we'll try to kick the assassin. And Ash has the Panther on 7, so that'll be all of those. We'll go 4 heat over to try to take out the Panther in 1 volley. We'll see how that goes. Light Sniper Turret missed on a pair of 8s. The Hetzer missed on a 12, fortunately. The Cestus hits the Crusader in the left arm, destroying his left arm. The ER Large Laser to the left leg, Medium Pulse Laser to the left leg, down to 4 armor on that left leg. The Vedette missed Ash on the 10. The Galleon hits Scarponi in the center torso with a medium laser for 5, down to 23. The Marauder missed everything on 9s. Well, you can't win them all. By the law of averages, one of those would have hit, so I'm not too bummed. The Panther missed on an 11. Scarponi missed with the PPC. Missed with the first ER medium. Second ER medium glances off the right side down to 19, and the 2 mediums miss on 11s. The Wasp misses Wyvern on a 9 and a 10. The Assassin hits Wyvern in the right torso with a medium laser down to 19. And 2 SRMs to the right arm and right torso down to 20 and 17. Wyvern returns fire at the Wasp. Right torso down to 2, right torso down to 3 structure, left leg down to 1, right leg down to 3, center torso down to 2, left torso down to 0, right arm critical, left leg down to 3, critting on the upper and lower. Head for the first consciousness check, left leg down to 1, left torso down to 3. So yeah, there's a good chance he's going down. He took 2 leg crits and he took well over 20 damage, I think. The Thunderbolt missed on a 9 and a 10. The Crusader missed on a 9. This must have been a cooldown turn for him. The Maxim missed on a pair of 12s. The Manowar hits the Panther in the center torso critical. The center torso down to 4. Center torso down to 10 structure. Right and left arm down to 5 each. Left torso down to 5. Right arm down to 0 armor. Left leg down to 7. Wasp, like 20 plus, goes down, falls on his head. Forcing Ami's second consciousness check, and then she also fails her seatbelt check, so she makes her third consciousness check. 7 or better to stay conscious gets a 9. Panther, 40 plus damage, needs an 8, gets a 9. Crusader, 20 plus damage, needs a 7, gets a 9. And Wyvern will be trying to kick the Assassin on a 6. That is definitely worth trying. Scarponi will not be kicking the building. The Assassin misses a punch on us, missed on a 10, got a 7. We kicked him on a 6, we got a 12, got him in the right leg, critting on his upper leg and his hip. He falls down, he falls on his center torso with 8 armor remaining. Narrowly avoids hurting the pilot in the fall. Dolores rolls a 10 on the seatbelt check. Let's see, the Wasp is up to 2 heat, the Thunderbolt is up to 1, or down to 1. Wyvern is up to 3. Scarponi is down to 2. Tentacle Shogun is up to 3. Ash is up to 4. And we've got, I think, another unit deploying this round. Yeah. That's going to be the Grizzly. Yes. We're at 99.5. They're at 92%. What is our objective, actually? Destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units present. Okay. Easy enough. Let's see. Tsubasa in the Grizzly. Like to back up Ash if he can. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's the same either way. Yeah, we'll go there. Alright, Tsubasa and the Grizzly will run to there. Sharponi still standing behind cover. Will stand still and try to take out either the Hetzer or the Thunderbolt this turn. Tentacle Shogun has Hopping Jack. But Hopping Jack is still a +2. Walking is a +1. Yeah. I think the Hetzer is going to be our primary target this turn. It's tough, it's got low profile, it's got an autocannon 20. We do not want that thing getting close to any of us. The Cestus. How is this building? Height 2, height 3, height 1. Okay, we can go here. No. We can go... Oh, if we go here, we might have eyes on this guy. Wherever he is. Yeah, we'll start a flanking move around the left side with the Cestus. Oh, we got the Griffin, and we have him in the back. Nice. Ash in the Manowar. Would like to end 4 hexes from the Panther, maybe. These are height 1 buildings, so we can get partial cover. And that puts us at short range for his PVC, medium range for his SRMs. What's his heat like? He's already building up some heat. He is at 4 of 13, I guess, since he jumped. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, what was that? A vedette and a grasshopper. Oh my. Okay, so the Wasp is immobile. Probably from trying to stand up. Wyvern. Would like to run towards the grasshopper. We might be able to knock him down. He might also be able to knock us down, but it's a lot less likely, I think. How evasive was he? He jumped 2 for a TMM of 1. So we've got 2, -1, -1, so 0. +2 for range, +2 for our movement, +1 for his movement. I think we're gonna need 5s. No, +2 for conditions, so we're gonna need 7s. It's still not bad. We might be able to knock ourselves down a grasshopper. The Wasp tries to get up at a sprint, needs a 10, gets a 6, falls on his rear, blacks out. The Assassin, without sprinting, needs a 9, gets an 11, does manage to stand up, but it was at a run, which requires another check, which he gets an 8 on, falls down on his left leg, hurts the pilot, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 10. Okay, we'll start with Wyvern because he is the only one going to be firing at this grasshopper, I think. He's the only one that can see it. Unless... Oh, Scarponi, you're going for the Hetzer. Got him on a 4. Got him on a pair of 6s, pair of 8s. A bunch of 10. No, I think we're going to do 1 PPC at the Hetzer. So 1 PPC, 2 ER mediums, and 3 regular mediums on 8s. Does 3 heat over? Yeah, that works. Let's see. Wyvern at the grasshopper on 7s, like I predicted. We'll go 3 heat over for that. Let's see. The grizzly. Grizzly only has the panther and only on a 10. Well, that's a shame. 2 plus 1 for conditions, 2 for running, plus 2 for his movement, plus 2 for medium range, plus 1 for the woods in between us. That's a 10. We'll do an 8 and an 8. And a 12. Skip the alarms on a 10. That's not worth taking the shot. Ash, however, and the grizzly at 4 hexes on 7s at the panther. Yes. That'll be flipping everything. Close to it. We'll go 4 heat over to try to take him down. Medical Shogun also has the Hetzer on a 5. Or a pair of 7s. And a pair of 5s and a 7. The Cestus was going to shoot into the back of the Griffin with his Gauss rifle on a 9. I don't care if it's not a good shot. It's good enough. Large laser on a 12, maybe not. The medium pulse on a 10, sure. Actually, large on a 12 for 2 heat over, sure. If that hits, I'm going to be really amazed. If it's the killing shot, I will lose my... lose it. The Hetzer missed the Marauder on an 11, fortunately. The Vedette missed the Man of War on a 12. The Vedette missed the Warhammer on a 9. The Vedette missed the Man of War on an 11. Scarponi hits the Hetzer in the right side with the PPC, ER medium laser, and an ER medium laser, down to 3 armor there. Medium laser to the front costs it half its movement points, but does not get the kill. Light sniper turret hits Tentacle Shogun in the center torso with an autocannon 2, down to 32. Vedette hits Ash in the left arm with its autocannon 5, down to 21. Galleon hits Scarponi in the left arm for 5, down to 17. Wyvern at the grasshopper. Dude, if that large laser on a 12 is the killing shot on the Griffin, I will go bananas. The archer at the grasshopper. Center torso, right leg. Right arm and head. First consciousness check. Right arm and right torso. Left leg and right torso. Right torso, right arm, right torso. Miss. Left torso, right arm, right leg, right arm. Right torso, left torso, center torso. So we sandpapered the heck out of him. Right torso down to 10. Yeah, right torso down to 10, right arm down to 12. We didn't hit the left side hardly at all, and the center torso is holding strong, but we maybe get the knockdown. What kind of pilot has he got? 4-6. An injured 4-6. The Panther misses the Man-O-War on a 12. The light flak turret hits the Man-O-War in the left arm and right arm with 2 pellets. Tsubasa hits the Panther in the left torso with the large pulse laser, critting on his SRM ammo, and destroyed by ejection. That's the Panther down. And then we go on to destroy the PPC as well. The Assassin misses Scarponi on an 11 and a 12. Ash at the Panther is all moot because the Grizzly killed it. The Thunderbolt hits Scarponi in the right torso with 6 LRMs, down to 14 armor there. Crusader hits Scarponi with 4 SRMs. Well, 3 because his right leg is behind a building. 1 to each arm and 1 to the center torso. Tentacle Shogun at the Hetzer hits it in the front with an ER medium, hits it in the front with a medium pulse. Hits it in the left side with a medium pulse, costing it another half of its movement points. And then a medium pulse to the front, down to 8 armor there. The Grasshopper at Wyvern on 12s misses with everything. The Maxim on 12s at Ash misses with everything. The Cestus on 9s, 10s, and 12s misses with everything. So, sorry, Varank, you don't get to see me go crazy. And did not get the hit, did not get the kill. The Grasshopper took 40 plus, needs an 8 to stay standing, gets an 8. So we didn't knock down the Grasshopper. Scarponi will not be kicking the building. Shogun will not be kicking a building. Ash will not be kicking a building. Alright, the Thunderbolt is up to 3 heat. Wyvern is holding at 3. The Crusader is up to 3. Their Grasshopper is up to 2. Scarponi is up to 4. Tentacle Shogun is down to 1. The Cestus, who's in the Cestus again? Vernita is up to 2 heat, and Ash is holding at 4. We've won initiative, and we have 2 assault mechs arriving next turn. Pilot that ejected from that was the Panther dies in the freezing weather. Well, that's a shame. Alright, Ash. I'd like to get in behind the Grasshopper, if we can. How tall are these buildings? Height 3 and height 3. Let's wait on the Grasshopper first. We'll have the Cestus move forward 3 hexes and turn. Maybe we can get back shots on the Griffin again. And maybe we can do better than 9s and 10s. Let's see. Scarponi. The Hetzer is down to a 0-0 movement profile. Was it immobile? Or was it just did it just lose all of its movement points? Either way, Scarponi is going to stand still and continue pelting it with PPC and laser fire. Wyvern going to back up and maybe turn so we can kick the assassin in the back if he doesn't get up. Did the Griffin or the... Oh, the Grasshopper did advance. Okay, so Ash. Can we jump to here? That's not enough to get us eyes on the Grasshopper, but maybe next turn? Tsubasa and the Grizzly. Maxim flanked 6 for TMM of 2. How about we stand still? We're in woods. We are in a light woods. So yeah, we're then or just outside of our medium range or minimum range for the Gauss rifle. Yeah, we'll stand where we are. Tentacle Shogun would like to the Crusader with SRMs, so that means we're going to stand still with him as well. Assassin tries to get up and fails, takes 4 to the center torso rear, leaves it bare. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 12. Tries to get up again, needs a 9, gets a 5. Falls on his right arm, leaves it with 2. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 12. Needs a 9 to get up, gets a 5. Destroys the right leg. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 9. And does not ever get up. Wyvern. Sure, we will shoot at the grasshopper on 7s because he was a little more evasive this turn. Oh, that's a heavywoods intervening. Okay. Okay, so we still need 7s. We might be able to knock him down, just like we were almost able to knock him down last turn. We'll go 5 heat over. Try to knock the grasshopper. Press all the buttons. that assassin had some awesome airbags. Yeah. What, 3 seatbelt checks on 9s, and he made all of them, or was it 4? Scarponi at the Thunderbolt, maybe? The Hetzer's not as much of a threat now, but we're 7 hexes away and he's immobile. I mean, doesn't mean he's not a threat. Do a PPC. We'll do 2 mediums. No. No. He's already badly damaged. We'll skip the PPCs. We'll do the ERs. We'll do the mediums. We'll do some smalls. Chances are we'll hit him somewhere where he's weak, and that'll be enough to do it. Tsubasa at the Maxim on 5s, or the Vedette on a 3, or the Wasp on a 6. Oh, if we could land a Gauss rifle on that Wasp on a 6, that would be a kill. Or a 5 on the Maxim. Maxim's better armed. 15 LRMs, 10 SRMs, and 3 machine guns. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a better shot on the Maxim than a 5. It's just too fast. We'll do 5s and 3s. A 6 with the LRM or a 4 on the Vedette. Yeah, we'll do the 4 on the Vedette. Tentacle Shogun at the Crusader on 3s. We will skip the ER large. It's just too much heat. We'll do an ER medium. We'll do 2 medium pulses. No, we'll do 1 medium pulse. And we'll try for the crit with one of these SRM 6s. On 4s, so we're liable to hit with like at least 12 SRMs. And the Crusader is, besides being badly damaged already, his left side is weak, his left leg is weak, and his left torso has ammo in it? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, left torso has ammo in it, right torso has ammo in it, center torso has ammo in it. Yeah, that works for me. So wait, that was ER medium. ER medium, medium pulse, and 4 SR6s. The Cestus only has, it looks like, the Skulker. We can't hit the Sniper turret, we can't hit the Griffin, we can't hit the Crusader or the Thunderbolt or the Hetzer. So yeah, that'll be the Skulker. On a 7 and an 8. an 8, and a 10. Let's see. Ash. Not have eyes on the grasshopper. We do have some vedettes taking shots at us, though. We've got a pair of vedettes, 144 and 146. We might as well take out 144. We've got him on 7s. We might take this as a cooldown turn. We'll go 1 heat over. Light sniper turret hits tentacle shogun in the center torso for 2, down to 30. The vedette missed the grizzly. The vedette hits Ash in the right leg for 2, down to 32. That must be, oh, I thought that was an AC5. I didn't realize that was an AC2 vedette. Wyvern at the grasshopper hits him right leg, right arm, center torso, right leg, right arm, center torso. So that's 7 so far. 11. Center torso is down to 16, right leg is down to 16, right arm is down to 6. 11, 15, so that's 30 points of damage. Center torso is down to 10, right torso is down to 8. Okay, so 30 points of damage. That's going to force a PSR, but only at a modifier of +1. The vedette hits Tsubasa in the right arm with an AC5, down to 15. Black turret hits Ash in the left leg with a pellet, and the right leg with another, and the center torso. The vedette misses Tsubasa. Scarponi hits the Hetzer in the right side with the ER medium and destroys the Hetzer. So that's an autocannon 20 off the field. Glad to see it. The Galleon hits Wyvern in the right torso with a medium laser, down to 12. Tsubasa hits the Maxim in the rear, catches it in the machine gun ammo with the Gauss rifle. So that is a Maxim, down and out. And the LRM-10 at a vedette hits it in the front for 8, and injures the driver. The Assassin takes some shots at Wyvern, misses on a 10 and 11. Marauder hits the Crusader in the left leg, critical. Crits in 3 locations. The SRM-6, the upper leg, and the hip, so the Crusader is more than likely going down. Medium pulse laser to the left arm transfers into the left torso. SRMs, center torso, right and left torso. Center torso, left torso, head. Tifa takes her first consciousness check. 2 missiles to the left torso and the center torso, and 5 missiles. The right torso, left leg, left torso. Man, we cannot crit on that left torso. He only has 1 thing in there, and it's ammo. We've got 7 armor remaining. We've got 5 armor remaining. We've got 1 potential crit, 2 potential crits, 3 potential crits, and none of them scored. The Griffin hits Tentacle Shogun in the right torso at the PPC, down to 15. The Thunderbolt missed on 7, 8s, and 10s. The Cestus at the Skulker missed on 7, 8s, and 10s. The Crusader hits Tentacle Shogun, would hit Tentacle Shogun with a medium laser. So the Glancing Blow reduces the damage to 2, and then the Partial Cover redirects the damage to the medium building, which takes 2 points of damage. Yeah, no crits for it. Well, we did get some crits. We got him in the hip, we got him in the actuator, and we got him in the SRM. So we did get some crits on his leg, just not that left torso, which only had 1 crit in it, and that was ammo. The Grasshopper hits Wyvern in the left arm with a medium laser, hits him in the center torso with a medium laser, down to 28. The Maxim hits Tsubasa in the right torso. The Grizzly takes a gyro hit because his right torso is empty. Machine Gun misses. Machine Gun misses. SRM-6 misses. LRM-5 misses. So Tsubasa, the gyro hit. Ish. Ash at the vedette on the 7s hits it in the front, costs it half its movement points. The right side, the front again, the front again. The rear, immobilizing it. The right side again. Crusader took 40 plus, took 2 actuator hits, needs an 11, needs 3 11s, gets a 4. Goes down, takes 5 to the left leg and 2 to the center torso, needs an 11 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 7, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 6. Grasshopper took 20 plus, needs a 7, gets a 10. Tsubasa needs a 6, gets a 6. Wyvern will be kicking the assassin on a 0. Scarponi will not be kicking the building he's hiding behind, nor will Tentacle Shogun. We kicked the assassin in the head. So that is a kill for Wyvern. Crunch. Let's see. Their Griffin is up to 6 heat. Their Thunderbolt is holding at 3. Wyvern is up to 5. Their Crusader is up to 4. Their Grasshopper is down to 1. Scarponi is down to 1. Tentacle Shogun is holding at 1. And Ash is down to 1. We've won initiative because they rolled a 4 and we rolled a 5. We're at 98.3, 98.4%. They're at 62.3%-ish. And with them winning, or with us winning initiative, they have to go first. Okay, where do we want to put Tugyu and where do we want to put Hoser? Right, to build. That is 1 build. But we don't want to be on ice. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we'll go 1, 2, 3 first turn. And then Hoser will start down here, make his way this way, and shoot the Grasshopper in the back. Or something like that. Alright. Let's start with the Cestus. The Cestus would like to continue making his way around. Is that also ice? That is also ice. We do not want to be running on ice. We don't want to be turning on ice. We don't want to be getting shot at on ice, especially. Wait, no. This is. It was the Grizzly that took the gyro crit, not the Cestus. No. Yeah, we'll be making our way around this ice at a run. We might not have any targets this turn. Might or might not. Wyvern. I'd like to enter this heavy one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. No? Oh, he's overheating. Must be it. The Grasshopper. Oof. If the Grasshopper takes the heavy woods, we take the light woods. Or we just. I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if we go there, he can get into the woods behind us. We'll wait. Tentacle Shogun. Like to jump into the left side of the Crusader. Yes, we would. And also into the back of the Thunderbolt. Let's see. Tsubasa and the Grib and the Grizzly would like to walk forward, so we don't have to make a piloting check. Let's see. Ash and the Gladiator would like to run forward to Height 2. Yeah, we want to get out from behind that building. Yeah, we can't see squat from behind there. So we'll go there. Hoser, as planned, was going to move forward to here. Or we stand still and try to take out this vedette. The grasshopper still has not gone yet. So we will stand still and maybe take out a vedette on his left flank. Let's see. Tugyu and the stalker would like to just move up into those woods. Oh, the grasshopper has run. We will move forward 2 hexes, and that catches him at 3 hex range. That should... Did he jump? How evasive is he? He's got a TMM of 2. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for condition. Yes. And last but not least, Scarponi. Scarponi can get into the side of this galleon where he can fire all of his ER smalls, and he can also turn and maybe hit the Thunderbolt. Way to jinx it. We'll see. We'll see. I would like to hit the Thunderbolt with a couple of PPCs if we could. Or... Oh, we're in the rear of the Thunderbolt and he's got an open center torso rear. Oh man, that is gonna be... Oof. It's gonna be S-arms into the Thunderbolt. Yeah. And we'll have Scarponi come here and take out the Galleon. Crusader tries to get up and succeeds. Crusader, running with a damaged hip, needs an 8, gets a 5. Goes down, takes 7 to the center and left torso. Needs an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. Talk about airbags. And also that left torso, that was another potential crit on that left torso that failed. That's 4 out of 4 below 7, or 7 or lower. That's a little ridiculous. Alright, Wyvern at the Grasshopper on 5s. That's gonna be 4 heat over. Scarponi has the Thunderbolt on an 8. Has the Galleon on 7s. Yeah, we'll go 5 heat over. No, hold on. That's 6 heat. We'll fire 1 PPC and 2 mediums. Fire on an 8. And a Galleon. Got him on 7s. Yeah, we'll go 5 heat over with all the ER smalls, because they're 5 damage each, same as the medium lasers, but they do less heat. So yeah, that'll be 5 over for Scarponi. Let's see, the Stalker. Has a Griffin on a 15. Or we can finish off the Wasp, which is immobile. Do we need to finish off the wasp? Tsubasa. The vedette. Go for that right side. Because we're basically in front of him, so hopefully we can hit that. Maybe we'll skip the Gauss rifle, but we'll do the medium, the small, and the LRMs. Let's see. Marauder into the back of the Thunderbolt. On sevens. And then we'll pick the Crusader. His left leg is almost gone. His left torso is almost gone. We kick him in the left leg. That's going into his center torso. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, we'll do the Thunderbolt with the SRMs. Let's see, the Cestus has the back of the Griffin on a 10. No. We'll do the Skulker on sevens. Sevens and fives. Let's see, the Gargoyle. Not have eyes on the Grasshopper. Not have eyes on the Vedette. That'll be the Galleon, I think, on fives. We'll not build up any heat for it though, because that Galleon is toast. Let's see, Closer. At this other Vedette maybe on ones. One, two, three, four. That'll slow us down next turn, but let's be honest, we're not likely to hit anything next turn anyway. And Tugyu. Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Who was it that took out the wasp? It was we not. Okay. I think it was. Okay, yeah, it was Wyvern that took out the wasp. Wyvern 133. Okay. Just needed to do that real quick before I finished off the wasp. Shoot it in the center torso. We'll go for the guaranteed hits. That should just the lasers. The Vedette hits Tsubasa, or misses Tsubasa with the autocannon. Wyvern at the Grasshopper, right torso, head. Second consciousness check, needs a 5, gets a 7. Center torso down to 8, center torso down to 6, right torso down to 4, head down to 3, third consciousness check, needs a 7, gets an 8. Center torso down to 2, center torso down to 0, center torso down to 20 structure, critting on his engine and his large laser. Center torso critting on his engine 2 more times, and we've got the grasshopper by engine destruction. Nice, way to crit. Yeah, that, oof. Human tiara coming in handy. The light sniper turret hits the Cestus in the left and right torso, both down to 20. Scarponia, the Thunderbolt missed on an 8. Makes up for all the earlier crits that were missed, yeah. And hey, we've got ourselves a new grasshopper. It just needs an engine repair. Let's see, the galleon to the right side, down a movement point, right side, and right side again. The galleon is toast. The Vedette hits Tsubasa in the right torso, down to 16. The Galleon hits Wyvern in the left arm, down to 12. Tsubasa hits the Vedette in the right side, hits it in the fuel tank, and blows up a Vedette. The Skulker misses the Cestus. The light flak turret hits Tsubasa in the right leg. Tentacle Shogun hits the Thunderbolt in the left torso rear. Left torso rear, right torso rear, center torso rear. Wait. I thought the Thunderbolt was already stripped in the back. Didn't he fall and take... Oh no, someone else stripped their back. Was that the Panther? I don't remember. Anyway, left torso rear down to 0. Center torso rear critical for no effect. Left torso rear down to 13 structure. Right arm down to 7 structure. The Cestus hits the Skulker in the rear, immobilizing it. Hits it in the left side and the front and the left side again. The Griffin misses Wyvern on a 12. The Man-O-War hits the Galleon, which is already dead. The Thunderbolt hits Wyvern in the left arm for 8 with his large laser, down to 4 armor. Hoser hits the Vedette in the front and the left side, and the front again, and the left side again. The Grasshopper, in its final round, hits Wyvern in the left leg for 8, right torso for 5, left arm for 5, down to 10 structure. Light laser turret misses Wyvern on a pair of 10s. The Stalker hits the Wasp in the left leg, destroys it, transfers into the left torso, destroys it, transfers into the center torso. The second shot to the left leg kills the Wasp. Okay. Thunderbolt took 40 plus damage, needs a 7, gets a 4, takes 7 damage to the right arm and left torso, down to 2 structure on that right arm. Needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 7. Wyvern took 20 plus damage, needs a 4, gets a 10. Tentacle Shogun will kick the prone Crusader on the left side, so that's not guaranteed to hit him in the leg, but we did hit him in the left torso, which is destroyed and transfers into the center torso, down to 11 armor. Would have been nice to take out his leg, but, you know, it is what it is. Griffin is up to 8 heat, Thunderbolt is up to 4, Wyvern is down to 4, Scarponia is up to 5, Tentacle Shogun is up to 4, Cestus is up to 4, and Hoser is up to 9. We've lost initiative going into round 8. We're at 97.6%. They're at 38.9. We've got about 10 minutes left in the stream. We might be able to finish this up today, but I doubt it. We might have to finish it up tomorrow. We'll start with Hoser, who's going to walk forward. Where are the rest of the targets? They're all up here. We've got the Crusader, we've got the Thunderbolt, we've got the Griffin. I think that's mainly all they've got left. So yeah, we'll go ahead and run this turn because there's no reason not to. We're not gonna have any targets. Wyvern likewise will run over here. Our pony will run over here. Tugiyu and the Stalker will run to here. Let's see. Tsubasa. Oh, there's a Vedette that hasn't been taken out yet. How tall is this building? Height 2. So if we go there, we can't see around. If we go there, we can still see the vedette. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's see. Tentacle Shogun would like to wait. Let's see. Cestus Vernita. Like to wait. Can't quite get eyes on the Griffin. Right. Crusader is staying down. Cestus. No, we've still got Ash. Let's see, the Cestus would like to get the Thunderbolt in the back if we can, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, the Griffin's not going to be much good at 3 hexes, so we might as well try to take out the Skulker instead. These guys take out the Thunderbolt and the Crusader. The Crusader tries to get up with a busted hip actuator. Needs an 8, gets a 6, falls on his center torso and right arm for 7. Needs an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. Needs a 7 to stay conscious, gets a 10. And then the Thunderbolt also stands up on a 5. Okay, so Wyvern as the Skulker, apparently out of range. No. Start with Hoser. Actually, does Hoser have any targets? Wasp. Oh, there's a wasp behind Tsubasa. Yeah, no. Hoser doesn't have any contacts. Scarponi has the Crusader on the left side, so yeah, that'll be a 6. And a pair of 8s, and another pair of 8s, and another 8. Yeah, we'll go 8 heat over to try to take out the Crusader this turn. Let's see, the Stalker has the Crusader outside of visual range. Tsubasa at the Vedette on a 4, and 2, and a 4, and a 6, and a 5. Wyvern targets except a sniper turret, which I don't really want to do anything to. I care about the sniper turret. Tentacle Shogun at the Thunderbolt, because he's the only one that can. That'll be ER medium on a 4. Medium pulses on 4s. Medium pulse on a 6. SRM 6s on 7s. We'll go 5 heat over. If we take an engine crit, that'll put us 10. That's still not going to blow us up. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. The Cestus at the Griffin with the Gauss Rifle on a 5. The ER Large Laser on a 5. The Large Laser on a 5. We'll do the Skulker on the left side. Go 8 heat over for that. Ash does not have any targets in range. Or maybe this light laser. No. All right. Wyvern takes 2 damage to the right torso from an unknown source. The Vedette hits Tsubasa in the right torso for 5. Warhammer at the Crusader hits it in the right torso, hits it in the left torso, transferring into the CT, hits it in the left leg, hits it in the CT again. So if it goes down, Scarponi gets the kill for taking out its leg. Light Sniper turret misses Wyvern on a pair of 6s with a pair of 4s. The Wasp hits Tsubasa in the right arm with a medium laser down to 12. The Light Flak turret hits Tsubasa in the center torso and the right leg. Tsubasa hits the Vedette in the turret and the front and the left side. And the turret and the left side and the front. Not a kill on the Vedette. The Thunderbolt on 9s and 11s misses with everything. Tentacle Shogun at the Thunderbolt hits it in the right leg, the left torso, the left leg. SRMs destroy the right arm. Left arm is down to 10. Cestus hits the Griffin in the right leg and the left arm. Hits the Skulker in the left side, destroys it. And the Light Laser turret misses Wyvern on a pair of 11s. The Griffin took 20 plus, needs a 6, gets a 6. The Thunderbolt took 20 plus, needs a 6, gets a 7. And I guess he doesn't go down because his leg is, because he's already down. Scarponi will not be attacking the building, nor will the Stalker. The Wasp kicks Tsubasa in the right arm. Punches Tsubasa. Kicks the Grizzly in the right arm for 4 down to 8 and does not knock him down. Okay, so unfortunately that is all the time I've got for tonight. I know that we are desperately close to taking them down. We only need to take out 7% more of their forces, 7.25%, give or take. But this is going to be where I'm going to have to call it. We'll save that as capture. And we will also save that as exit, as we do. We'll be saving this under a new save file. Thanks for the mission. I wish it was over. It'll have to wait until next week, and then we'll be able to finish up some more of these repairs and the salvage and stuff, and we'll have some people, maybe we'll be able to rearrange the infirmary a little bit. And then we still have to find our other 3 objectives. So this battle is not an objective. We still have to find where they all are. Okay, so game is saved. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Thanks for joining me. Varank, Little Willie, Kailania or Kailania. It's good to see you guys, and we'll see you next week. Until then, have a good one.